Live.
It's time! Treasure hunting in the sharky waters of the World Wide Web. No. Today's guest is Chris from Urlbox.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not going to even point this time because that didn't work. But Queen Raae.
We can point at ourselves.
Yeah, and I'm your host, Captain Ola.
That's great. What are we doing today? Let's get a little Tinkerbell up.
Yeah.
Our tiny task.
I must just put these on.
Oh, what should we call? I need to fix the banner. I thought that we're just.
We did.
Yeah. Screenshotting. So the what? We'll be screenshotting with the Urlbox SDK. So last stream we screenshotted using the Urlbox sandbox, which is like a visual way of creating screenshots or renders, as Urlbox calls them. And today we're going to screenshot with the SDK in our Astro site with our Astro app.
Awesome.
And why?
Yes.
Because we are making why? I'm doing two things at the same time. I probably shouldn't. Somebody needs to check this little banner for typos. So why? Because we are creating Twowels, Twitter towels, XTowels, or Towely. We don't even know yet, but it's a tweet to towel service. So we need to screenshot the tweet so that we can put it on a towel. And we did a proof of concept last time that we could actually make it happen. And then this time we're going to do it programmatically so that we could do any tweet. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And this is also kind of just like live user testing because I have not used the SDK before. So Chris is going to help me out and we'll see how we get on. But first, we'll have to go through a little bit, not like housekeeping, but we've done some prep for this stream, which is unusual for us. But we've done some proper prep so that we can actually get into the Urlbox stuff and not have to look at us do Astro DB, because that we've done on many, many streams. So we'll go on ahead on over to our Urlbox towel repo. And we're going to bump this up. So what I've done is that I've created a config that defines the table called a screenshot, and that has ID, tweet URL, and render URL. So what we want is for the user to get give us the URL to the tweet, and then we want to create the render URL. And then I took the one from Tuesday and I put that in our seed file so that we actually have one. So if we run our project now, we actually have this lovely site with our crazy graphics here. We're going to tweak that off stream. And then we have featured towel. And this is actually coming from the database. So as you can see, it's just a screenshot. So it's not really a towel yet, but we'll make a little bit of like a CSS mock-up of the towel. And we can see that it's transparent because we can see the background. We can even see these like fun things through. So this is a completely transparent image, which is kind of what we worked on last time. So today we're going to do this, create an XTowel. I guess not create an XTowel. We're just going to create because we don't know what we're going to call it yet. I tried to remove all your XTowel references, Ola, but that was not easy. Create a towel.
So what do you put? Okay, just towel. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And I thought maybe we should just like have an input box here and then create towel, and then it creates the towel or like creates the image right from there. What do you think about that as a user what's it called? User interaction. Just have like an input here and create towel right away. I think so.
What,
Let's do that.
You put like the Twitter handle in or something, or is it?
I think you just put in the tweet URL.
Yeah.
So if you go to the seed, it's kind of what what the thing that we wanted to screenshot.
Yeah.
With this thing, yeah. And we have a new page that we kind of use for our Mixpod project where we're not using any client-side JavaScript. This is going to be, so with Astro, everything that is between these brackets or fences, as they call them, that's being run on the server. I'm just going to close down our Git lens. I needed that for another project, but that is just being super annoying. Where am I installed? Can you see that? Like it says here, what has happened? Git lens disable. Okay, let's see if that works or if I need to do it over again. Oh, do I need to restart the whole thing?
Don't know.
No, but we're going to use the SDK and we're going to use the JavaScript SDK. Do you have more SDKs, Chris?
Yeah, we have SDKs for the Python, Ruby, PHP. There's other ones for like C# and Go as well, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
That's great.
Groovy.
So we're going to start then. So here we did a little sneaky where we had the form outside of the button because we didn't want it to be like a proper form. But this time I think we just want it to be a proper form. So we'll pop the form down here, and then we're going to have a button in there. And then we also need a input. I mean, look at Copilot being so
handy.
Nice.
That is very handy.
That is very handy. Okay, so let's see. What does a tweet look like? This was our seed. So it needs to be something like this. If we're going to have it placeholder just in case. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, so here it is. Let's make our input a little bit wider just to be... Ooh. And with Astro, you just write. So here we have our, this is our server-side rendered JavaScript. And then we can have style like this. And we can also just have a script tag. And then you can write your client-side script in there.
Okay.
It's kind of, everything is kind of co-located, which oh my God, I can. Sometimes GitHub is a little too, did it not want to?
There's a there's a bit of a typo on the int. But...
I feel like all the clips from these streams will be you finding my typos. which is on point for me. So let's just like leave it like this design wise right now, but then we'll put in a thing like that, and then we want to do create towel, and this is probably gonna then fail. So button, so form, but this should be a submit button. Shouldn't it always be a submit button when it's only one button?
I think so.
So why is it not giving me? It's not opening in a new. Oh, let's see. It's not. Let's look at that now. See, this is the thing with live streams. You're trying to do the easy thing, and that's when you fail. Action, new, method, post. Oh, of course, because I am in new. We are just redirecting back to the home page. So post request received, and we're redirecting back because I thought if we redirect back, it will pop up here under featured towels. Okay, so then we are ready. Right. Are you ready, Chris?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so let's do our Urlbox, and then let's find the SDK. Code samples. I like code samples. Look at that. Oh, sorry. You would.
Yeah, that looks okay. I think you can sort of generally copy and paste that.
And I like this. I've never seen this in documentation before, but you have the, as a comment here, npm install Urlbox. I like that. I don't need the save, so I'm just gonna go out. So we'll do install Urlbox. I call it Urlbox. It sounds like your box, URL box. I'm gonna say URL box. And then oh my god, I've been so good. I even prepped the secrets are already in the end file. And I will try my best not to show it on the stream. I usually end up showing my credentials on stream.
You don't. You can just like not use a secret actually. You can just create like link screenshots without using your secret to begin with if you just want to do it like quickly.
Yeah. Okay. I just do.
I think you should just with the API key and then.
Okay, did I remember to put the API key in? I did the publishable key. Is that the API key?
That's the one, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I can do, so I think I called it Urlbox API key because, no, public is what I called it, because then those are the publisher ones. How did I get the environment variables again in Astro? We have a component that does that.
It's TSNVTS down there?
No, it's import.
Oh yeah, how you do it. Yeah.
So this is Vite, I think, under the hood, and Vite does that to Vite uses, and then we need to import, I guess.
Okay.
How is the import? We'll just copy paste. That's how we like it. And then we can do options. So let's only do this if there is a post, if it is a post request. And then we just create image. So I called it the render URL. So let's call it render URL with the options. Why does it like? Do you have TypeScript?
Yeah. So if you import the render options type from Urlbox, yeah.
Do I have to do type? I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then set your options to that.
Oh,
beautiful!
Hopefully that works.
Damn.
All my squigglies are gone. What are you doing, Ola? You're like swearing.
I'm preparing the questions.
Okay. Oh, we got a spam bot from our Twitch. This is why we shouldn't stream to Twitch, because now we have a spammer and we can't block them from the StreamYard interface. But people will have to live with that. I think only people on Twitch will see it though. Okay, so render URL, and then I want to save that to the. Well, first of all, maybe I just want to show it. So instead of redirect, we can just use that on the page and just show it.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Well, now it's screenshotting GitHub, but let's try that first. Let's see how we go. Oh, we need to run this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we were chatting a little bit after stream last time about Astro, and I thought one of the things I wanted to ask you about today was the tech stack of Urlbox.
Urlbox. Yeah, so it's mostly TypeScript and JavaScript. Using Next.js for the front end website and the dashboard, and then we have like a API layer which is just sort of Node.js, and then the backend, the actual kind of like rendering engine part of it is it's using sort of Puppeteer, and it's all called from Node.js as well. So it's mostly Node.js, but for the server, I think we're using Fastify. and yeah, quite like it. I know you're a little bit well, I don't know actually. What your experiences with Astro so far?
So you're not asking me about my opinions on Next. Is that what you tried not to do?
Yes. Basically.
Smooth. Yes.
Very smooth, and I just
Very
ruined
smooth.
it. I
Well,
just
yeah.
realized I just had to copy paste my URL, my secret, or the names of, why can I not speak today? I had to just remove my screen and copy paste the names of the keys so that I got those right, because I think that was our mistake here. If somebody saw there was an error. So I'm going to try again. But yes, I really enjoy Astro. There are some things. So we used to be Gatsby people, and Gatsby kind of fell out of favor at one point. And this is the weird things about frameworks. It's like it fell out of favor for kind of the wrong reasons. I feel like people kind of, there became like this backlash. And one of the things that were cited were like build speed on develop, and both Astro and Next has those issues. As soon as you get into the same amount of pages, it's actually slower usually, because they don't have the data layer that Gatsby has had. So I feel it's very interesting to like follow when you've been online for a while, and like follow kind of the trends and like what kind of makes the trend change. But then I think, I don't know what happened internally at Gatsby, but it kind of it got bought by Netlify, and it hasn't really had much happen to it since. But I really, really like this, how Astro is pushing forward the notion that you don't have to have client-side JavaScript. You can start with just HTML and CSS and a little bit of vanilla JavaScript if you need that. And then you can like layer on these more complex frameworks as you need them, or libraries as you need them. I really like that. I really like the fences that we saw earlier, because it's very clear, like this is on the server, the scripts that we put further down, that's on the client. So I feel like the mental model, both for novices and for more experienced people, it's very clear mental models. They're not that hard to kind of grasp. And I really appreciate that. And that is maybe something I feel like is lacking every time I try to do something in Next. I'm like, this is just, I don't know what's happening where. I'm like, this is just a lot of things to learn. But what I really, really, really miss from Gatsby, which I keep on saying on Twitter, and I will probably say to my deathbed, I don't know, is the data layer of Gatsby was amazing for statically generated pages, where you could source lots and lots of different types of data and then mash it together, and you had that next to the build or next to the running site. So if somebody's APIs were down or whatever you had sourced was there, and you could use it on your pages. And I thought they were gonna, sorry.
Was that the GraphQL part?
Yeah.
Yes, and I think that was the problem, right? People hated GraphQL, but the data layer itself was so beautifully made.
Yeah. I think that was the problem. Yeah, I struggle with GraphQL myself, and I think that was the people's actual like beef, but they didn't want to say it because they didn't want to say, I don't like it because I don't really know how to use it, So instead they were like, oh, it's so damn slow. Why is it so slow? And stuff like that. Yeah. But there are still a lot of like really like big sites that use it. Universities, for example, where they have like all these departments and like super much content from different sources and stuff. So I know that a lot of big sites, they're still using it. And you know how those universities are 10 years from now, that they might consider changing it, and then there's been another 10 years of like internal process to get it off. So yeah, we're still doing some Gatsby work on plugins.
Yeah. That was a long.
That was a long, but it was about tech.
It was about tech. But what are your feelings about
tech?
Or is there anything you would like to change about your tech stack?
Yeah.
Not right now. No, I just I'm sort of quite happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything massive.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need of changing just to change, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
No.
let's get back to our code here. So I have a little tiny fix for the example here. I think there's a missing await before the Urlbox generate link. I
Oh.
had to put that in there.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
But then, what?
Oh,
I have
actually,
to.
sorry. You-
Yeah.
What? Oh, do you want to see the code maybe? There we go.
I'm not sure. Is that generate render link asynchronous? I think that just literally gives you a
Okay, maybe.
like it gives you like that link down there below in the comment.
Sorry,
Oh, there you
my
go.
mistake.
Oh, okay.
My mistake. But look at that. So
Oh, that was very quick. Back and forth.
that was very quick. So we are setting up Urlbox. I ended up putting in the secret there because I think I got an error when I only did the public key. Yeah, your secret is required.
Oh, right.
Maybe it's because it is the Node SDK and we are on Node. I would assume you want to have that secret, but if you have a client side SDK, then that would not make sense.
Yeah. Is there if you do a dot on the URL box on line 21, are there any other methods there like
URL box dot generate insecure render?
Yeah, you can do that one without.
Oh, but how does that work? Like, couldn't somebody abuse it?
Yeah, it should just try it anyway. Let's see.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, yeah. So if you I don't know, are you logging that render URL somewhere?
Yep.
So you'll see it's this thing called, we call it a render link at Urlbox, but it's just got your public key there. But usually you'd have like a shared like a token after that in the path before the JPEG.
Okay.
And that's what makes it like secure. It's a bit like the S3 kind of signed URLs. So this is like an insecure URL, but it's easier to play around with when you're like just developing something.
But you like for our use.
If you're going to do it like push it into production, then yeah, you'd want to bring your secret in and create a proper render URL. Yeah.
Okay. So then it's generate render link. And then the mistake I was making is that I hadn't defined the render URL outside of this if statement, so it wasn't available for our page. But now it is. So let's try it with our seed, the same example as we had with the seed. So we'll do the GitHub. And then we could bring in the options that we had. I have saved those somewhere. Open. I think I saved those. Settings. Open. So these were the ones that worked for our case. So I'll just pop them in there. So what is thumb width? I just saw. What is the difference between thumb width and width?
Oh, so width is going to set the viewport width of the browser that we use to render the site, whereas thumb width is kind of setting the image width. So
if you're taking an image, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. You could. It's like used to shrink or even expand it, and there's various ways you can do it. You can have it with the aspect ratio, like respecting the aspect ratio or not respecting it, so it's like stretches it in really awful ways. But yeah, that's basically what the difference is.
Okay, so if we did a thumb width here now of like 100, we would get like a tiny one.
Yeah.
So this one is taking a little bit longer to screenshot than the GitHub.
There it is.
So there it is.
Yeah.
Well, let's remove the thumb width.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
so
fast because it's probably you've cached it.
Yes.
Have you? Well, what is wrong now? Did I change something? Why is it doesn't want to go? But you've cached it. I feel it because that was fast.
Yeah, that's cached.
So how long do you cache it for?
We cache it for 30 days by default, but you can pass in options to sort of change that if you want.
Okay.
So there's like a TTL option, or you can just pass in like unique, and then set that to something unique, and to sort of break the cache.
Okay. Okay. And then I also saw when I was playing around with the other one, there's a force that will always create a new one.
Yeah, so every time you hit that link, it'll just create a new screenshot.
Okay. So what do you cache it based on? Like all of the URL and all of the options?
All of the options, yeah.
How's that done behind the hood? Do you hash it or?
Yeah, so we create a hash of it and then we store it into Redis. And then we just look up in Redis if that hash is there. And if not, go straight to the engine and create a new render.
Cool. Because I think here, like, for instance, if this post just took off and got like a million likes, I would want to kind of force screenshot it. So I guess for kind of our demo service here, it would make sense to have a little bit of a new screenshot if somebody's coming back and wanting to kind of do this again. But it's my whole database is not needed then, because I was gonna store the render URL there, but I don't really need to do that since you cache it for me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean the only thing with those render links is they will expire after 30 days, so you might get a slightly different render after 30 days. But like you said, if you want that to update anyway to get your like latest like count, then then you could just use like the TTL parameter or the unique parameter just to update it every so often.
Okay, I have to think about that. So what we should have here instead would maybe be the mockup URL, because at some point we're sending this to Printify and we're going to be creating a proper towel mockup. And we don't want to be regenerating those again and again, because I don't know what, maybe they also have some cache. Well,
did you say Printify?
Yeah, or did we go for Printful?
It's Printful.
It's Printful. I mean, they can't all be, they're named the same.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But let's store them here anyway, because then we don't need to, on our index page, we don't need to do any under feature towels. We then don't have to kind of hit your API at all. We can just like grab the render URL, and that will save us like one request, even if it's cached. Do you think it will matter at all?
Say again. What do you mean?
So on our front page here, we would like to have our feature towel running down here, or the towels that have been made.
Yeah.
In this case, and then we could hit the tweet. We could use Urlbox to generate the render URL for every image going down here.
Yeah.
But I am thinking it might still be better to just save that render URL and then use that for the images here instead of asking Urlbox for everyone on every time somebody lands on this page.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be abusing your plan, would I? I wouldn't have to pay. So the cached ones, do I pay for those?
You don't pay for the cached ones. Yeah, you only pay the first time it's rendered. But like I said, after 30 days, they do get cleared. So
yeah, and then you have to pay
if you're
again.
having, yeah, if you're putting those links on a website,
mm-hmm.
There is an option to upload to your own like cloud bucket if you want, and then you have control over that.
Oh yeah, so even if I save the render URL, it will be gone after 30 days.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
It will expire.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually we would, if people want like a permanent link to their screenshots, we usually tell them to upload it to their own bucket, and then they can manage the life cycle then.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We'll not be doing that today, but that does make sense. These renders will expire after 30 days. Okay, so here you have an example of how to do that to all of the typical ones.
Yeah, exactly. So we support any kind of S3 compatible storage, and we also allow people to upload to like private buckets as well, so that we don't even see the content of their screenshots if it's like sensitive data or something.
Oh, so then you don't, how does that work? You don't even save the URL then? You just send the image up to their bucket?
Yeah, we just post it to their bucket, and then they have control over the visibility and like the public access. We just don't, we tell them like, if you're using a private bucket, there's no way we can actually render it for you. I mean, like, you know, show it on a website or anything. But it's usually just when they just want it in their like back end access, rather than like showing it.
So that would be, so if there was kind of like, if there was personal information or something like that on these images, they could use a private bucket or even an S3 bucket if they have like the right data agreement with whatever. And then you would just pass it through and you would never save that image and know that image.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. That is a nifty feature.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And a lot of our like bigger customers that are using it are using private buckets.
I'm thinking maybe we need a stream on this, even though I hate setting up S3 storage.
Yeah,
but I think fun. it could be cool because we could do that both for the mocks the towel mocks we are creating, and even the images, so that we can kind of showcase a history of things that have been made on the page even after it's expired on both of these places.
Yeah,
because I would imagine that printy something is not going to be storing the mocks forever either, because I think they assume that you will upload it into some kind of web shop system and have it there. Like they generate the mock for you and then you upload it to the web store or the e-commerce solution. Okay, but let's just save them to our database at least, so we have something today new, and then we'll do. Let's have. I think I have a sneak peek. I have a little bit of a cheat sheet here because it's just db insert, so we can do db insert.
Can I read some comments?
Oh yeah, please.
So I gotta admit, this is my favorite comment of the day. Ora! But also we have this. Good luck with today's build, pirates. Yes. Yes. And then Steve King is in here. He's got 2 different avatars going in, and the first one says, hey. Yeah.
Okay, now I just remember we have to get the we need to get the tweet. So let's not insert yet. And then I also see that we're going to be creating caching problems because we're just going to be inserting things in the DB that again and again. But let's worry about that after stream. But I have to. We are getting the URL. We're putting in the tweet. So let's call it the tweet URL here. And then we need to get that from the request. And I think that would be... Look at that, Copilot. It's just like being so nice. So
Chris, do you use Copilot?
I certainly do. Yeah, it definitely saves a lot of time. And just, yeah, it's really good.
And especially together with what's it called? TypeScript. I'm not a big... It sounds like you've used TypeScript more than me. Like, how would you do that? Because when you do the form data, you don't know what this tweet URL is. Should I just do like string on that? Or do I do as string like I did, or as string up here?
Yeah, I mean, I would just put like as string after that data.get, but if you're like really confident it is a string, then yeah, it should be fine.
I mean, otherwise we're having some problems. let's just assume people, that we're not going to do all the UI things on here.
Yeah, you can get into like the whole validation with Zod and all that kind of stuff. To make sure it's really a string, but yeah.
So let's try again. We'll do another tweet. So let's just go to Twitter and let's fetch a tweet and see how we go. Okay. Well, that's good morning, Twitter.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite. I'm very much into history. That's one of my favorite historical characters, Titus Pullo. He is one of only 2 Roman soldiers mentioned by name in Julius Caesar's he had like very thorough and detailed reports back to Rome, which were probably filled with lies and propaganda, but they're still used as historical documents. And he mentions only 2 soldiers by name, and one of them is Titus Pullo, and that guy plays Titus Pullo in a television series.
Did not
one of
save.
My favorites.
Let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Do you have another question for Chris Sola?
Yes, I do. So, do you have what are your long-term goals with Urlbox?
Good question. It's just to keep growing it and growing it like a little bit of a team around it. Recently we've hired a developer, Arnold, who is really, really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are looking to grow the team a little bit more over the next couple of years.
Cool.
So, yeah. Just
what
keep
kind of person you're looking for?
Any kind of TypeScript-y developer. Yeah, anyone that's keen to do that sort of stuff and really likes fixing bugs with websites or on other people's websites as well.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
So like when you render screenshots, you usually have to spend a bit of time like figuring out why certain things are not rendering the way they are when they actually look like on the page. And then you've got like things like cookie banners hiding stuff and like load of modals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to like fix other people's CSS and HTML sometimes.
Cool. Is there some kind of personality trait you're looking for?
Somebody who's quite I don't know, like, not, I don't know. Don't we want to say too much, but like just someone who's quite relaxed and quite calm, I guess. We're like a
that's
calm
good.
team.
Yeah, good. I actually. Oh, look at this! It's Kim. But I must answer this. I am actually getting feedback from especially American people who lead American dev teams that the new generation coming in now, they're not calm. Some of them.
Well, I'll be careful about what you say
Okay,
now.
scratch that. Scratch that. I'm gonna read a comment now. It's from Kim. Here, I love fixing bugs on other people's websites. That's why I'm a consultant. Just kidding. Anything I say should be taken as a joke. I'm not a lawyer. Oh, that should be my line now. Yeah. I'm not a lawyer. Yeah.
I mean, I just must say, like, this was too easy, Chris.
Yes.
Too easy.
After we figured out the options we needed in the last stream, using the SDK was just like there was no challenge.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. I mean,
Is
yeah,
it?
there's a little bit of stuff around like the caching things because of the DRL that you're using, but yeah, hopefully we explain that in our docs.
What does DRL?
Like the URL that you're generating, like the whole thing about like it expiring after 30 days and stuff. That's probably the only confusing part about using the SDK, I think.
Yeah, because I thought we could test that now because I managed to save it to the database, and we're gonna have some issues now because we're gonna be saving the same thing to the database over and over again. Like if I do another one now and go back, then I think we have 2 of those. Maybe if I do, we have 2 of those. So when we're done, we're just gonna redirect and do a no op here. So with Astro, we can also create little API endpoints that are actually like get and set, but I didn't manage to redirect properly with those. So that's why we did it like this when we were working on the Mixpod project, that we do it kind of on a post and then we redirect back home to our homepage. But what was I saying? Yes. Because what would be fun now, because this is the issue we're going to have. Like, so Ola is going to be super happy with his tweet here, and we're going to like it. And suddenly he has 16 likes or something. No, he has 15. Did somebody unlike it? Or it's 15 views. And like no
Somebody
likes.
unliked my tweet?
No, I thought they were unviewing it. Okay, so you had 15 views and 1 like, which is me. And if we go back here now to the site and we do create a towel, we have 3 of them, but they're all the same. Like there's still no like here. Yeah. So what we could do then was do force true, right?
You can do that, but then that'll create like 3 different requests then, because you've got that on your site 3 times.
Oh, I'm not asking for it 3 times. I'm just using
okay.
because I'm actually saving the URL to our database, and that's what's showing up on the front page. But I have to rethink that after talking to you about all like how it caches and because that's kind of cool. But right now it doesn't do it 3 times. It's just going to make a new entry in the database.
Okay.
So if we do a force now and then we do a create towel, then we should be seeing we're still not seeing our like though. Maybe maybe Twitter is caching it.
Oh, the browser might be.
Yeah. Well, now it has 16 views at least. Oh, 1 like, sorry. 6. I thought it was going to have something.
Okay.
Oh, this doesn't summarize. These are the actions. We should remove those from the image. Because I thought this was kind of like the summary of things, but these are actually the actions, so we don't need those. But we have 1 like there, and we had 15 views there, and now we have 16 views and 1 like. So that makes sense. So let's YOLO hide another thing. So if we do incognito. Oh my God, this is not.
You get a phone call now?
The thing is, I had put, I am on do not disturb. How is signal getting through do not disturb?
Yeah, that's a little bit of magic there.
That is, okay. So, because we had the layers, we had already removed layers, which was, where is my layers? There. Delete element. So now we just need to find this one.
Yeah.
So I think that's the last. So did we do article and then div and then div? So article, div.
I can't see your dev tools, like the HTML.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the other screen.
You are? Wow.
Okay, so article, div, last child. Do we agree on that? Article, div.
I can't
div,
see
last
your
child.
Now I can't
Is
see
that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one that select?
No, it's this one actually. So it's
yeah.
article, div, last child. How many? So article and then 1, 2, 3.
You've
4.
got like, yeah. I was going to say you could use that role equals group, but maybe not.
Oh, maybe. But I think maybe, well, it would match.
You'd have to do like a sibling selector or something, but yeah, just go with what you said, article, and then div.
So then it's comma. Oh my God, this is my sister. She will never stop calling.
Don't answer it. No.
Well, I have to tell her because she will call and call again. I am live on stream.
Okay. So should I do a question then? Oh, you sent a message. I see.
Yes.
Very smooth. Yes, good. Yes.
Div. Was it 4 divs?
Was
Div.
I don't remember now.
First child.
Oh, here. Look what Kim says.
Oh, Kim's helping us out.
Now.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, Kim is on it.
Kim is he's a very good developer. You should snap him up. Div.
Yes. Oh, he knows how to work in a small company. He worked in what did they do? Music, and then they were bought by Snapchat.
Yes.
Oh. So he worked in this little company with something music. And now I can't remember what it was. Some kind of music, something. And they were bought by Snapchat and kept on doing some music thing for Snapchat.
Oh.
Have you tried the Snapchat, Chris?
Yeah. My little daughters love playing with Snapchat.
So is it like making videos and stuff?
Well, we just use it to like make funny faces and stuff.
Okay. Oh, you talk to each other like on a like on video?
Just open the app and like have fun.
Yeah. Okay. Just open the app and just like put all those weird filters on.
Okay, so you haven't tried any music features, have you?
No, I don't think so. No,
I haven't tried it at all. I must confess. I'm not into these new things, you know.
I was going to say you're more of a TikTok person.
That was not correct. Look at that.
Oh, that's groovy. That's groovy. Look at this. I love it. What like?
I must say though, with like Snapchat, especially, even though I don't use it much, but also Instagram when it came. Well, I guess maybe Snapchat mostly. kind of changed the whole way we edit.
Yeah.
Before that, it was all kind of based on how would you edit something way back when it was like physical editing, with video and also images. Like it was, everything is like how you would cut the film and like splice the film,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
those kinds of things. But I see now with Lillian and her friends, the Pirate Princess and her friends, they got recommended CapCut, I think, and it's phone first, like it's app first video editing, and it's just a whole different kind of mental model around how you edit video that is very similar to how you edit videos in these kind of social media applications. And I find it so fascinating because it's much easier. I mean, I've edited videos a little bit up through the years, and like editing videos in this way or editing images in this way, we're just like, oh, I'll have a little sticker, I put it on, or a filter, I put it on. Like it's a different way, and it's just so much faster and easier. And like they edit videos and it looks super pro, and then I go back and like you're going to use something like iMovie or Premiere or something, it's like, oh, we're back to the let's splice and then do all of those words that doesn't really mean anything anymore. And they have no, I mean, I never did that either, but I like knew of it, but they have no knowledge of why these things are called the things, what they're called, because that's just not how it's done, right? So I really thank, even though I think maybe Snapchat, and all of those things are not all good, but they have really changed how we edit, and I really, really like that.
It's a little what you're doing with Urlbox here. So I still do that. I still make like screenshots manually, but you kind of are giving people a way, like the kids in the classroom just doing screenshots of the like big like virtual screen, and I probably couldn't do that manually, could I? Even if I was like really, or
I don't know. I think you could do it manually, but it's just like, I think it's like a feature of their website, which is like, I want to export this to PDF. Then it's kind of like just built in, and they can just call our API to get a screenshot. But yeah, you could still do it manually. It just, it's great for one-offs and things, but not for like a product kind of thing.
But the kids, they just push a button, right? They just like, I want to export it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, look at this. Kim is on it. He's on it. Look at this.
Yes, I know, Kim. The problem is I can't copy from these comments. And that is just, so if you keep on talking, I will. I did first child from some
now
reason.
he says he looks right.
I mean, we're almost at 2:00, so I mean 3:00, and then my brain is just like, I'm gonna keep on chatting, and I will. I had a follow-up question to the earlier question, Chris, that you can talk about while I actually focus on this, because I will ask you about the goals. And my follow-up question to that is like, how long have you been at it with Urlbox, and like, how did it start?
Okay, no. I have a different way of asking it.
Okay.
What year? Because what year?
Wow, it's almost as old as Snapchat, apparently. So I think it was 2012 when I started, like, we started coding Urlbox, but that was with my friend Anchor, and I just got back from Y Combinator, and that was an interesting experience. But we just want to develop something, anything, and we kind of liked the idea of having a SaaS. So we decided to just create the screenshot service, and we just kind of like left it running on the side for a few years. And it wasn't really until like 2016, 2017 that I sort of went back to it and started growing it a bit more professionally, I guess you could say, and picked up customers and a bit of revenue. So yeah.
But
So I just I think it was just like it was just at that stage it was just like growing a bit of revenue like organically, and it was at that moment where it was like ramen profitable. I could kind of survive and pay the bills off it month to month. And yeah, it was just then that I decided to go all in on it. So I guess you could say like it's been running for like over 10 years, but I've been sort of working on it full time since like 2017. Oh, yeah. You got something?
Fireworks! Yeah.
Oh, did I get the fireworks?
Yeah. You put your arms up, I think. No, that's not fireworks. Oh man.
Look at that. We got it. Can somebody please like Ola's tweet so we can get a second like, and then we can see if this works. But yeah, it absolutely now it works. I had messed up because this is at the end of the stream, and usually I'm very comfortable with being like, oh, I didn't know that, or but I do know this. I should know this. We had forgotten the immediate. It has to be an immediate descendant. I don't know what we call it, but we had to have that in there. Otherwise, we were kind of like just selecting all divs within divs within divs. And on that note, I just wanted to share that one of the best educators around did share yesterday a little game. So Josh Kamo said that one of my favorite games to learn CSS is the CSS Diner, and I went through it, and it was a lot of fun because that is exactly those kinds of things where you have to select the different things on the plate. Like this one, select everything on the plate, and you have to practice your CSS selectors. So that was kind of fun. So I went through that yesterday, and I did pretty well. But today, poof, all gone.
You were like, where are my plates?
Where are my plates? There are no plates. Like, I can't. But anyway, so now we got that to work.
Yes.
So there is only the we removed that part. So that was good to catch today, because that would have been boring on Twowels if we had that.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody be nice to Ola and like his tweet. Okay, well, or don't.
But I have a question too. So here, hello, Lena Joren.
Hello.
Norwegian too, don't she? Is that somebody we know?
No, I think doesn't it sound more Swedish?
Yeah, maybe. How's our stream going, people? So how many points will we give our stream today? From 7 to 11.
7 to 11?
Yeah.
I don't know. 9? What do you think, Chris?
That's like in the middle.
I give myself a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kim has liked my tweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I've liked it as well. I've just found it.
Okay, let's see if we can.
I think we should give it.
I think it's Twitter. They're being
mean.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we go back to.
So then, Chris, you made a screenshot thing, but why did you come up with that? Where did the idea come from?
Good question. It was just I think back in the day there was like this little open source project called Phantom.js, and it was kind of like the really old version of Puppeteer. And I don't know, when I came across it and started playing with it, I quite liked the idea of just generating screenshots and like visiting like other people's sites and messing around with them and things like that, and then like kind of like productizing that somehow, and that's kind of how it originated.
Cool. Yeah.
What was what was the idea you were at Y Combinator with?
There was quite a few ideas that changed. I think we got into the actual batch with an idea that they later told us they didn't actually like. So they told us to like change the idea during the batch, which was quite fun.
So they you and the team, or like you liked the team? How many were you?
Yeah, there was 3 of us. So they liked the team, but they didn't really like the idea. And that was the second time we applied as well.
Oh.
But what did you build there then at Y Combinator?
And also, what was this bad idea? I want to know.
Oh, the idea was, it was a bit like, do you know how like Pinterest, like it just shows you like little ads on each of your images? It was trying to like automate a solution for that, like detecting what's in an image and then putting like a relevant ad on top. So yeah, that was the original idea.
Okay.
And then the other 5 ideas during the residency. Do you remember any more of them?
I don't remember half the ideas we we did. It was so many. Yeah, but I think eventually we got to something to do like finance and fairly like serious stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That is cool. I've never actually spoken to somebody who's been in Y Combinator. I feel
No.
I don't know. I feel odd.
So did you like? Would you say that going, because you had to go over there, right? Stay there and everything. Would you say that going there and staying there and stuff, did that kind of influence you into actually like doing the Urlbox thing in the end, or not?
It's weird because like Urlbox is a total 180 to like the usual Y Combinator startup. Like Urlbox is definitely like a slow going kind of like bootstrapped thing, and you know YC is obviously not that. But I think I just like the idea of having my own thing.
Yeah,
and that was it. Yeah.
So, but was it influenced by Y Combinator having your own thing, or did that come before the Y Combinator?
Yeah, I think that came before the Y Combinator because I had a fairly stable job which I just quit randomly to join these other 2 friends to try to create something, and then we applied to YC, and then after that I kind of went out on my own and started doing little projects like Urlbox.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good experience. It was really good to like meet Paul Graham, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
Do you remember like some word of wisdom that he had?
That we can parting words on today's stream before we do the summary.
No, I don't really have anything that is. It was more about like how your reputation is like the most important thing.
Oh yeah, he said it, or you kind of felt it from his.
He did say it explicitly, but yeah, it's all about kind of, you know, reputation is the most important thing. I think that's one of the key takeaways.
Cool.
We got it. I have 3 likes.
Yeah. So what was the problem then?
I just think that Twitter probably there's a little bit of caching on their side when you're not logged in.
Yeah.
And when we're screenshotting through Urlbox, we're not logged in, right? So they're probably caching pretty heavily, I would assume.
Okay. Yeah.
But who knows? But anyway, we got 3 likes. Ulla, you now have 3 likes. Maybe we should do this on every stream. We'll single out a tweet and be like it.
Yeah.
Get the numbers. But I don't know why I chose this one though.
Yeah.
But we now have, I don't think I saved it this time, but at least we have the start here where we have our towels will be coming down here so people can, you know.
But I must say one thing about that reputation thing. It's interesting. It's interesting because that, like I said, I'm very into history, and that is like one of the the things from history from like way before Christ I don't know if you remember the thing with the Trojan horse and those dudes trying to get into the city, and they
Oh yeah,
jumped out of, yeah. So
Troy.
back then, what do you say?
Is it Troy?
Yes, Troy, and then that, that there actually was a city there, and it's probably could be like 3,000 years ago or something, and that was like the main thing for those guys. It was like reputation was everything, and and uh, and like how that drives that whole story. And we still know these dudes now, like Achilles. He's like, we remember his name, so he did it. He made it. Yeah.
I'm asking Kim for. Oh no, he's going. I was just gonna ask him what is your vote for the name, Kim. You can answer in the next stream.
Yeah. We were thinking. What do you think about that, Chris? Oh, did I click you now? I'll take it away. What do you think, Chris, about like waiting to like the end with deciding on the name?
Yeah, we can wait. Yeah. You just have to like design your site again.
But oh no, look at our site. It has about Twowels, Twitter towels, XTowels, Towely, question mark.
Yeah.
Because we never promised you that this would go live, but what usually happens is that Ola and I want things to go live. So before you know it, Twowels, or Towely or XTowels, will be live.
Yeah.
I think I like Twowels. I think the best.
Look at that. Twowels. Kim also likes Twowels.
Ooh.
I mean, Twowels is rising to the top.
Yeah, that's true. I watched those. I searched for Twowely, even though I searched wrong with the wrong name, because I did. You spelled it out for us, Chris. To you, because I rewatched the video. None of us listened. We were like, "Oh yeah, Twowely." Yeah. and I searched it on YouTube, and I like Twowely. He is. Wow, Thomas also liked Twowels.
But impossible to spell.
No, we did it. We no, we read it from the Twitter, didn't we?
Yes, but how? I mean, this is gonna be the word is gonna spread on Twitter, right? So people will see it written.
Yeah.
Or maybe people will be at beach parties this summer and be like, "Oh, you should buy a towel from Twowels."
Yeah. But then they will have it on their beach towels to show to people. So we should have like a little logo down there.
It should be Twowels by Urlbox.
Yeah.
You didn't know you were going to get into the towel business when you first started talking to us, Chris. No.
Definitely not.
Okay, let's do our summary because we are way past the hour and my brain is fried.
Summary. Yes. I like it. What?
Right, I need to uncomment so we can actually look at the code. So, what? Today we screenshotted tweets with the Urlbox SDK. So on Tuesday, we did it in the Urlbox UI, their sandbox solution, where you can test out all of the options and have your screenshots rendered right there to double check that you get what you need. And then today, we've done it with the SDK, and it was almost too simple. We followed the step-by-step example, code example, that even told us how to install Urlbox. So it's npm install Urlbox, very nice package name. And then we created an instance of Urlbox with our keys. And then when a post request comes in here with our tweet URL, we set up the options, and then we do a generate render link. And then later on, we insert that into a database. But we also learned that maybe we don't need that particularly because Urlbox does cache these screenshots for up to 30 days.
Yeah.
And if we want to keep them forever, we can upload them through our own S3 type buckets, even private buckets where your Urlbox never even sees the screenshot if you have any private information on there. So I will have to rethink a little bit our data model. As we all know, data model is often the hardest part of a project to get right. But at least we got the main, or not the main, the main functionality, I guess.
Yeah.
So let's do another tweet because I'm getting kind of done with Ulla's coffee tweet.
You don't like Titus Pullo?
Okay, let's try this one. So we create a towel. And this is a first time screenshot, so it takes a little while. And here it is. Look at that.
Cool.
And we even YOLO hid a new part because when we were playing around, we only hid the HTML element with the ID of layers so that didn't show up on our screenshot. But then we also hide this long weird thing here because we noticed that we were getting these action buttons on the bottom. So we just added that in there to our options, and it took a little while, but then it worked. It didn't take Urlbox time to work. It took me time to write the CSS selector.
And we got help from Kim.
And we got help from Kim. I used his help. Yeah, I did use his help. Yeah. He mentioned the little, what is that selector called? That is the problem with some things I learned very early on. I can see it, but I don't know what they call it. Like, is it an immediate selector, or is it like, I know what it does. I just don't know what it's called.
What is this? It was this comment or this?
Yes.
This one?
Yeah.
What do you call the little arrow thing? That's your question.
Both, what is it called? The character is called. It's called a pointy boy. No, what do you call it, Chris? You're a native speaker.
Is it carrot?
Carrot?
I like it. Carrot is cool.
Or is it like greater than?
Yeah, it's a greater than sign. Okay, let's see what it's called. We need to.
Oh no, is it the greater than? Then it's the alligator. I learned that from West Boss. It's the hungry alligator. It always points towards the biggest food.
Okay, but it only explains what it does. What do we select all elements that where the parent is a div element? Yes, but I want to know what they call it. Like,
see you later, alligator.
Call it something.
Did you say why we did it? Can I hang up my thing?
Okay, sorry, we are taking up your time.
Child
combinator.
That's it.
Oh boy.
Oh,
yes.
It is? But I think he said it somewhere.
Yeah, he probably did.
I think
child combinator.
You missed that you need last child.
No, that was the last child, but this it singles out only the children elements.
So it's child. Okay.
Child combinator. This is the thing when you start streaming, is you need to like put words to the things you just like know and you've never thought about putting words to. And last story, when I realized why radio buttons are called radio buttons, my mind was blown. We were at the cabin up in the mountains and we had an old radio and I was pushing the buttons. And when I was pushing a button, the other buttons popped up. So you could only select one of the buttons on the radio. And I'd done that a million times, right? I've been on this cabin, for my whole childhood. But at some point, and I don't remember how old I was, I think I was like in my late teens. And I was like, that's why they're called radio buttons.
Yep.
And like today's children will never know.
Yeah.
They will just like, that is a radio button. It's the thing you see on the screen where you can only select one. Okay. Yes, I forgot the why. We did it because we're making towels with tweets on them. Because why not?
Yes.
I have no better reason. Oh, okay. Should we just
Say
say our
goodbye.
goodbyes?
Yeah.
And then we did decide on doing this on Saturday again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
but
time?
you usually do it at 11.
Is that
11
European time?
CEST. Yes, CEST time.
So then 10 for you
CEST.
then, isn't
I
it?
guess
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll chat after the stream. But everyone, look in the description and sign up for the live reminders that we send out 30 minutes before we go live every time if you want a little bit of a heads up.
Okay. This has been a Urlbox live stream with Chris and Queen
You're allowed to laugh.
Raae, and see you on Saturday.
Word of towel. I'm just going to leave us with that. And we wave awkwardly. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.